Ready? Okay, so I think we got everything set up for the most part, and I think I got the fucking startup procedure done, so we're gonna go ahead and get the fuel mixture rich, throttle full, fuel pump on. Okay. Then we're gonna get the battery on. Clear prop, dude. So you don't have any fuel pressure. See, I'm just trying to figure out why I don't have any fuel pressure. I don't know why I don't have any fuel pressure. Okay. I guess let's consult the checklist and see what I'm missing. Okay, engine start, cold engine, throttle, there. Battery switch on. Alternator on. Okay, the anti-collision lights are on. Fuel pump on. Mixture rich. Propeller clear, and start them. Oh, duh. That's been my issue the entire time, is I didn't have the fucking... I'm an idiot. I didn't realize the tank had it off. Okay, well, figure that out. Cool, let's get our avionics on real quick, huh? It says the runway is closed, but it's not. Okay. Okay, so altimeter is gonna be 3002. Okay. Confirm. So the airport is 209 feet. That's about right. Yeah, that's it. That's about right. Okay, so we got... Okay, back. We're gonna go flight plan. Set origin. KOLM. Destination is KPDX. Kpdx. Enter. Okay. That's the flight plan. Okay, so Unicom frequency here. The Olympia ATIS is 135725. Okay, so probably doesn't have it on there. That's fine. Okay, so the Unicom is 122.905. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it says 84 nautical miles. That doesn't seem right because that's not what I'm getting. Okay. No, 84 nautical miles. My fucking So I have my my son is sleeping and I have an app to watch him. And it keeps crashing my fucking phone. So I have to keep an eye on that. He's still sleeping like a good boy. Okay. So we're gonna go to the checklist real quick. Okay, so chew up. Checklist. Okay, so before taxi. Okay, avionics switches on. I don't have an emergency battery switch. Okay, MFDs are good. Weight plane is good. Cleared all the okay, so we're gonna go ahead and turn the landing light on just because it doesn't hurt anything. Okay, I got the radios are good. Okay. Okay, we're gonna check the taxi area. Looks pretty good to me. Okay. We're gonna do a brake check real quick. That guy's just gonna have to get out of the way. There's always something with the freaking brakes. It's always something with the brakes, man. I tell you, every single time I get in this freaking plane, there's something with the freaking brakes. Every single time. That right there. I swear, if... Maybe it's wheel chocks? Oh, it might be wheel chocks, actually. Yeah, if it was wheel chocks the entire time. It was. Okay, check the brakes. The brakes are good. Oh, God. Okay, let me check my phone real quick before I take off.
Seattle traffic, final call, Alaska 811, departing to the west, Seattle.
on request. Notices to air mission. Pushback onto taxiways Tango and Kilo requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango. Portland International Airport ATIS information Tango. 0153 Zulu Petrol. West 3408. Visibility 10. View clouds at 6,000. Temperature 27. 2.12. Altimeter 2999er. Simultaneous visual approaches in use runways 28 left and 28 right. Departing runways 28 left and 28 right. Our nav approach is available on request. Notices to air mission. Pushback onto taxiways Tango and Kilo requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango. Portland International Airport ATIS information Tango.
Oh shit, my bad. Cool. Anyway, I don't know how long I would have been off comms, but my bad. We're gonna turn a little bit more left just to intercept our flight path. We was doing some VFR flying over from Olympia to Portland. This is just telling me how far I'm off right here. Of my intended path. It really doesn't matter too much, but it's still a thing. lean the mixture a little bit. So the way you do this, you get it to you're looking at your EGT, which is your exhaust gas temperature. When it spikes, the highest point, okay, so that was the highest point over there. They bring it about right there. Wish I could have some fucking noise canceling headphones right now, because this thing's loud. Really loud. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn that down, because I have noise canceling headphones and the fact that I can control my audio. So this right here is also the same thing that this is displaying, where I'm off. So I'm off to the right. Probably help if I maintain. So you need to maintain plus or minus 100 feet. And I'm not doing that very well. Like I said, in the actual plane, it's so much easier to control your elevation and stuff. It really is. So we do have a live actual controller in okay. So I indicated 100 knot cruising speed. That's not happening. Also, I probably should have left my altimeter alone, because it's saying GPS altitude is 5675. Obviously that's not right, so we're gonna get that back to the 3002. There we go. So that makes sense. I was a little bit ahead of the gun with the ATIS stuff, so. Okay, we're starting to, you can see right here, we're starting to intercept, so we're going to start turning our heading back, 156, so we're going to go to 152 right now. No, too far. Right, bump the throttle up a little bit just to speed these things up. About a quarter of the way to Portland from Olympia. Where are you going? I must have turned off autopilot somehow. I don't know how I did that. That was weird. That doesn't usually happen when autopilot just kicks off, but And about 30 miles out, so my wife's on her way home, so I might have to end the flight before we even get there, which kind of stinks, but... So, I'm seeing some fog, and I don't like that. So I need to check... It says VFR visibility is 10. It might just be in between here. I don't see any other airports. Yeah, it's IFR. So visibility is a mile and a quarter in front of me. Now I'm gaining altitude. See, it's so hard in the sim to maintain good altitude. It really is, unless you have altitude holding capability in your aircraft, which obviously this does not. The fact that it even has autopilot and heading and nav and stuff is crazy to me. Okay. Bring that altitude down, gain some speed. So the ceiling is unlimited, but there's a haze below us. So technically under us is IFR, but it clears up here soon. So as long as we stay above it, I'm trying to think rules wise if it would still be considered VFR. I'm technically over 1,000 feet above this, so I think it's just this area, I'm pretty sure. Like looking at, it's about halfway to that airport, and then it, yeah, so there's like a fog layer in between. If you look here, so that's the, so this airport right in front of us is not the one I'm looking at. So you look out, there's an airport so right here, like this whole area is just dense fog. So I'm about 99% sure that if I had flight following, that they would tell me not to go fly over this. This is where I'm gonna plead ignorance and not know. If anybody's watching and they know the actual VFR, so like I know the VFR clearance. So I'm in Class Echo airspace right now. I'm in Class Echo airspace because Gulf airspace is from basically surface to 1200, give or take a couple different things. So Class Echo airspace, the airport is saying is well under VFR minimums. I mean, we're talking a mile and a quarter visibility. So if I was really flying this route right now in real life, I would not be continuing. I would be trying to go around or something. Because if I have a problem right now, there's no way I can recover from, like, I wouldn't be able to see the ground. But I need to bring, don't Kobe it up. So, technically, I'm about 99% sure, technically speaking, I should not be flying over this because the visibility is so bad. But you can see it clears up right above us. The problem is that if anything happens from now to then, I'm screwed. So that's the shitty part. If I'm still climbing. God, I fucking hate Microsoft Flight Sim for that reason. Yeah, so that's a little bit of the pickle that I'm in right now. I'm trying to go through my training and remember and just kind of deduce. I know from I'm trying to figure out the legalities of it. From a personal safety standpoint, I would not be doing this. Just because if anything happens from now to there, I'm screwed. But it's Microsoft Flight Simulator and I don't have any failures, so I'm not worried about the engine failing right now. But in real life, yeah, I would not be doing that. Also, in real life, I would have so if I pull up the briefing right now, so I have a trip pulled up right now on my iPad. This is so the route. Altitude is going to be 5,500 feet. Okay, that's our map. So if I create the trip and I look at the briefing, the weather briefing. See, I'm not even touching the fucking stick. So if I pull up the weather briefing right now, I guarantee you it's going to tell me not to go. Yep, there it is. Close, unsafe. Oh, that's the runways. It does say. So there's not a bunch of wind. But you can see right in the middle of the, yeah, so that airport that I was just talking about, in this briefing, I can show it to you real quick. In this briefing that
Alaska 1450, Portland Tower, ready to check.
So, right,
Alaska 1450, Portland Tower, good evening, 555, how me?
if you look,
Alaska 1450, we can go talk to you loud and clear.
there's a red dot there. That red dot is IFR.
Alaska 1450, looking to for IFR clearance down to LAX's International Airport.
So I would look in the
Alaska
briefing.
1450, I don't have a flight plan for you, sir.
Stand by, Alaska
Balls.
1450.
What's up, Mock? How we doing? So yeah, in real life, I would have not taken that flight because I
Do you
would
see it now, Alaska 1450?
have pulled an actual weather briefing.
Alaska 1450, thank you very much, clearance of request,
But we're
stand
going to
by.
assume that this weather's not here, just and continue the flight.
Alaska 1450, ready to copy.
We're ready to copy, Alaska 1450.
Alaska 1450, clear to Los Angeles International Airport via Cascade to departure. Chisholm transition, then as filed. Maintain 7,000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies advisory 122.8, squawk 0670.
Yeah, we got some terrain in front of us too. Like I said, I would have pulled the weather briefing up and saw that. So,
Alaska 1450, do you copy?
and we just flew through a parachute area too. But yeah, like I said, I would have pulled an actual weather briefing up. Because I'm doing flight sim stuff, I don't get that into it. But yeah, I would not been flying
Alaska 1450, Portland Tower, did you copy?
Also, if you notice, I didn't, like, even though I didn't pull the thing up, I knew in my head that if this is a real flight, I would have turned around.
Alaska
I just
1450,
wanna
we're
make that
back
clear.
with you, and we didn't get the squawk.
Alaska 1450, squawk 0670.
0670, Alaska 1450, is that correct?
Alaska 1450, that is correct. Did you get the rest of the clearance?
Alaska 1450, we did, and just to confirm, just repeat this block one time. We're going to put it in our notes.
Alaska 1450, I'll read the whole thing again to you, and if I can get a read back, that'll be wonderful. Alaska 1450, you're clear to Los Angeles International Airport via the Cascade 2 departure. Chisholm transition, then as filed. Maintain 7,000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency advisory 122.8, squawk 0670.
0670, Alaska 1450, and we're cleared via the Cascade 2 departure, Chisholm transition, then it's filed, maintain 7,000 after departure, 10 minutes after, climb and maintain 370, Alaska 0670, Alaska 1450.
Alaska 1450, thank you very much. Read back. Correct. Call for the push on to Tango, expect 28 left.
Call for push on to Tango and expect 28 left, Alaska 1450, and sorry about that for the wait.
No problem. I thought you'd lost communications. We worked it out.
I'm also speeding up too because I don't want my wife wants me to. I got to do something with my wife later, and I just don't want to miss it. So yeah, when she gets there, I'll have to leave. We don't have weather. Okay, still good. Still good. We got the right frequencies set. So I guess while I'm sitting here.
Alaska 1450, we're ready for push cut.
Alaska 1450, push on to Tango, approved, nose to the east, call for taxi.
Push is approved and goes to the east, and we'll call for taxi, Alaska 1450.
So it says Portland Towers, 1, 2, Oakland Center. Am I in Oakland Center right now? No, I'm not in Oakland Center right now. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I mean, it says Kpdx Tower, but that's not. Runway 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I have a feeling he's gonna have me land at runway 03. If I had to guess. Okay. So that's cool. So the runway 03 says closed, but 6,000 feet, which is plenty. Yeah, it says it's gonna be runway 03. Cool. Okay. Yeah, in real life, these are closed, but so to my right should be a river. Yeah, like I can see that. Hey, I can see the ground. Look at that. Still see Mount Rainier over there. Yeah, you're gonna roll over, right? Like I was saying, I would not be flying. In real life, I would have gotten a weather briefing and not flown this. Also, in real life, if I wouldn't have got a weather briefing, which is illegal and stupid, I would have. I did notice the fog way ahead of time, and I would have turned around, or trying to find a way around it. I mean, I have to be able to see the ground. Essentially, that's the whole point of VFR flying. So I just want to make that clear that because I'm in the simulator is the only reason why I continued, because there's no risk of an engine failure or anything like that. So we're about 30 miles out. I'm going to check in about 20 miles. And I'll say something like Portland Tower, November 223 Juliet is 20 miles north of field inbound to land, just to give him a heads up. Yeah, this is what it looks like in Gary's neck of the woods right now. It's still sunny. This is, you know, I'm flying to Portland right now.
Alaska 1450, are we able to take Bravo 4 instead? It looks like our pushback from GSX took us on a little joyride.
Alaska 1450, if you could do Tango Bravo, you'd be perfect.
Yeah,
We
so
could do Tango Bravo.
one of the cool things about
Alaska
Microsoft Flight Sim that I like to use a lot is
Tango Bravo.
Oh, 28 left touching via Tango Bravo. Yeah, GSX took us on a little ride today.
is this thing called VATSIM, and what it is essentially is people are on their computers in the towers, and they are controlling the airspace just like they would in real life. Yep, because one of my big problems, besides checking weather, is radios. I don't know. When I say it in my head, I say it right, but it's just regurgitating the information has always been a pain in the ass for me. So once again, I'm still VFR flying. I'm using a lot of my instruments, but I'm VFR flying still. So there's a river right over there. You can see it in the 750 right here. That's that river. Dude, I haven't raced at all this week. So about 26 miles out. Okay, so I missed the cruise checklist, but yeah, so best rate of climb is 76 knots. En route's 87 if you're climbing. So I was right. I said 90. That's fine. Okay, so descent checklist. I'll have it at 2,500. My airspeed will be 122. Mixture will be rich. So just kind of trying to get ahead of the plane, trying to remember all this stuff. When's what go off?
Alaska 1450, it looks like you're heading west on the taxiway there, so let's make a left and then another left onto Bravo. Go to the east end of the runway.
We'll go to the east on the runway and we'll make another left out in Bravo, Alaska 1450.
He's having all kinds of problems. I don't know this like airport at all, so I probably should familiarize myself with the airport, huh? So I don't want a satellite. I want to. Okay, there's a river just north. Okay. Okay, I got the airport diagram. Okay, got that up. $22 miles. Like I said, here soon we're gonna call them up on the radio just to let them know where we're at. We're gonna go ahead and get the ATIS information real quick.
You have information uniform. Portland International Airport ATIS information uniform. 0253 Zulu Special. Wind 320 at 4. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 6,000. Few clouds at 16,000. Temperature 27. 2.12. Altimeter 2999er. Simultaneous visual approaches in use runways 28 left and 28 right. Departing runways 28 left and 28 right. Our nav approach is available on request. Notices to air mission. Pushback onto taxiways Tango and Kilo requires ATC clearance. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Okay, cool. Once again, I looked down for fucking 20 seconds. My plane just jumped up 250 feet. Like, I would know that. Like, I would feel that. The plane doesn't act like that in real life, I promise. Portland Tower, good evening. Piper, November 223, Juliet. Juliet is 20 miles north of field, inbound to land.
November 223, Juliet, Portland Tower, good evening. Squawk 5456, Juliet, left down runway 28, correction, right down runway 28 right on the 45 and report to downwind.
Squawk 5456, right traffic for runway 28, right report, midfield downwind, and enter to 45 degrees. November 223, Juliet. See what I mean? Like, I know what I need to say, but I say it all fucked up. So we're going to be on 22 right. Or, sorry, 28 right. Okay, so it's going to be right. So, okay, so he's going to have me, so there's water. I'm going to enter into a 45 into the water into a right midfield downwind for 28 right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get our altimeter set 29er. Okay. And we need a squawk 5456. Okay. Actually, I think technically I should have been calling about 30 miles out, but we didn't bust his airspace. That's Class Charlie airspace, so the tower's controlling it. So I gave him pretty good ample time. So the field is what's the elevation?
Alaska 1450, wind 3204. Runway 28 left.
31, so we're going to be about 1,100 feet.
Runway 28 left, course.
It's going to be traffic pattern.
1450.
So we're about 14 miles out. We're going to start our descent. So we need to be. Okay, so checklist again. Descent. We're looking for 122 knots indicated. Okay, so that's the field right there. I'm pretty certain. Directly in front of us. Yeah, there's a field right there. I got insight. Okay. So we're gonna turn off autopilot as well. We're doing this. Like I said, we're looking for about 1,100 feet to get in the traffic pattern. We're gonna enter into a 45 degree for a right midfield downwind. We're gonna report when we get to that point. So let me look at the checklist again. We're gonna enrich in the mixture real quick as well.
Alaska 1450, no further radar services available.
We're gonna turn the landing light on and the fuel pump off. Or on.
Frequency change approved, Alaska 1450, West Easton.
Okay, so there's the field. Yeah, this is a big island right there. Yeah, so it's just to the right of that big ass fucking opening in the island right there. there's a field right there. Yeah, that has to be it. Just trying to scan and see what I can. See the tower. So I'm gonna use
Portland Tower, good evening. Southwest 331 at stand Charlie 19. We're looking to pick up our IFR clearance to San Francisco.
Southwest 331, Portland Tower, good evening. Clear to San Francisco International Airport via the Mini 5 departure. Full Mac transition, status file. Maintain 7,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies advisory, 122.8, squawk 2241.
So once we get almost right to the
Okay, we are
water,
cleared to
we're going to turn into the
Francisco
45.
via the Mini
So the
5
45 is going to be like
I'm sorry, what transition did
right
you say
here.
again?
It's going to be like kind of like this.
FMAC, spelled Foxtrot Alpha Mike Uniform Kilo.
Copy. So the Mini 5 departure, FAMOC transition, we will go to 7,000 initial and expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on advisory, and we will squawk 2241, Southwest 331.
Southwest 331, read back, absolutely correct. Call for the push on the Tango, and you can expect 28 left for departure. Call for that push.
Sounds good. We'll call for the push here in a little bit. Thank you much, 331.
Just trying to get a good gauge of the field. I hate when this thing stutters, like at the most important time. Like stutter when I'm in cruise, okay? Okay, yep, there's the runway. Got another 200 feet to drop. Get level off there. Portland Tower, November 223, Juliet is right midfield, downwind runway 28. Right.
November 223, Juliet. Wind 320 at 4, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 28 right. 223, Juliet. Okay, so the runway is actually that one. They're extending out a little bit. So what happens if you've never been to an airport before? I should have been way farther out, but that's okay. We're gonna get a notch of flaps. Okay. So we don't have to make any more radio calls until after we land. So I'm just gonna got my iPad all set up. Okay, there's the runway over there. We're gonna go ahead and make our base turn. A little high, but that's okay. Get a notch of, there we go, notch of flaps. Okay, now we're gonna turn on the final. It's a really pretty sight though. Okay, last notch of flaps. Still a little high, but I'd rather be high than low. Overshot a little bit, but that's not bad. We want to be over 60 knots. Okay. Now we're intercepting the glide slope the way I want it. I'm controlling my elevation, well, technically descent rate, with my throttle, not my stick. I'm controlling airspeed with my stick. I know it seems weird, but that's the way it works. Still a little high, that's okay. Okay, perfect glide slope now. Okay, we've made the runway. I just need to not stall this thing. Okay. Flare, look out the... Come on. Missed the center line by a fucking mile. That's okay. Okay, bring those flaps back down.
November 223 Juliet, welcome to Portland. Left Alpha 4, straight in Alpha 4 to the GA ramp.
Left Alpha 4, straight Alpha 4 GA. Okay, so there's Alpha 4s right here. Yeah, wasn't center line, landed the plane, that's all that matters. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be Alpha 4 right here. Then straight through Alpha 4 again. Straight through Alpha, then Alpha 4. This is to the GA area. Okay, I'm assuming this is right here. I just freeze on the radios. Like, I know what I need to say and what needs to happen, but I don't get it right. That's my one thing is radios. Okay. So we're gonna do a checklist again. We retracted air conditioner, whatever, fuel pump. We turn that fuel pump off. Boop. Then we'll turn landing light off. The motor's still running, so we're leaving the strobes on. We're gonna set the parking brake. Boop. Okay. Turn the avionics off. Avionics are off. Turn all the electrical switches off. So battery alternator. And we're gonna do the mixture cutoff. Okay, the keys off. Okay. And then we get out. There you go. We made it, boys. And there was no IFR in between here and there, I promise. 0. Cool. Cool. We'll take that any day of the week. We did it. Okay, so I just need to work on my landings a little bit. Turn you off and off. Work on my landings a little bit. It's so hard to judge flaring and stuff in the simulator versus real life. Like real life, I can, most of the time I butter my landings. I don't usually have an issue with landings at all. For me, my biggest issue is 100% the comms. Like they read it back, and I know you guys weren't seeing it necessarily, but I was writing down everything the entire time. And I write it all down, so I knew left, Alpha 4, straight through Alpha to the GA ramp. But like I'm in such a hurry to respond to him that like I lose my fucking mind. And like I don't know what to say, and I fuck up. So like when he was giving me like clearances or whatever, he was like squawk 5456. I'm gonna be entering to a right midfield downwind for runway 28 right. Report midfield downwind and enter at a 45. Like I don't know why I say everything backwards. Yeah, take an ice bath. I say everything backwards. It's the weirdest fucking thing. But we're gonna go to the main menu, and then we're gonna call it. So it was what was it, an hour and 20 minutes from Olympia to Portland. So that's not too bad. I made that drive Olympia to Portland in real life, and I thought it was like 4 hours. I could be wrong, but I thought it was like 4 hours. But all right, everybody, I'm gonna go sleep in at night, I think. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm definitely gonna stop streaming, but